When we start a new practice or movement technique, the uncertainty of what to expect can be daunting. We may have a preconceived idea of what it should look or feel like. In yoga particularly, there is a misconception that one needs to be flexible. So you might be wondering if you'll be able to do it at all, which could potentially make you hesitant to even try. What you see in Instagram or whatever platform that you're subscribed to can be the exception. So certainly you can become more flexible with a consistent yoga practice, but there's so much more to yoga than the physical body and movement. There is mind-body connection, awareness of the breath, and over time, a deeper understanding of the union of the three, and of course, the discovery of the self. I'm Sherlock, and I'm so pleased to be guiding you through this flow. If you're already finding value in this video, I'd be so grateful if you would please hit the like button to help raise my content to the top. So this short beginner flow is an invitation to explore, be open to new ways of settling into the body. With some accessible poses, we can cultivate a sense of connection with the body, find some inner calm with the mind, and balance the energy centers as well. We'll introduce gentle hip opening poses, calming forward folds, and balancing twists to get in touch with the mind-body connection. Ease your way into a discovery of the self. Awaken your inner light as we meet on the mat. Let's begin the practice with a quick connection of the breath to the body. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Close down the eyes. Ground down through the sit bones, lift up through the crown. Take the breath into the pelvic bowl. Fill the belly. Fill the chest. Allow it to enter the collarbones and the throat. And as you exhale, allow the body to soften. Shoulders fall away from the ears. Navel draws gently toward the spine. Slow inhales. Mindful exhales. The exhale is just as important as the inhale, if not more so. Release the breath. Allow it to return to its natural rhythm. Eyes remain closed. Ever so briefly, as we remain in this space for just a moment, noticing any sensations throughout the body, any fluctuations throughout the mind. Bow the head, gently open the eyes. Roll over the knees, come to find Balasana, child's pose. So just draw the hips to the heels. Extend the arms out towards the top of the mat, or if you prefer, you can bring the arms beside the body. Just go to where your body is calling. Inhale, experience the breath as it expands in the pelvic bowl, lifting and rising through the back body. Exhale, navel draws to spine as we let go of any distractions, like cute little puppies. As we inhale, rise to all fours. So you want the shoulders placed over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to do some cat-cow. So as we inhale, we lower the belly, lift the chest, lift the tail. And as we exhale, we arch the spine, rounding through the upper back, and we draw the chin toward the chest. So we're just waking up the back body, waking up the spine. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, come into cow. Exhale, arch the spine, tilt the tail, draw the chin to the chest, come into cat. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, arch. Mindful exhales. Inhale, Come back to neutral tabletop position, tuck the toes, push into the palms, send the tail to the sky as we come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips wide. If this is your very first time doing a downward dog, over time you'll come to appreciate this pose as your resting pose. But for now, if you feel it's a little too intense, you can come down into child's pose. So we're internally rotating the elbows toward each other, noticing as the collarbone opens up, and we draw the chest toward the thighs. Micro bend in the knees to give you a little space throughout the back body. Gently draw the heels toward the earth. Now, you might be in a tighter body and your heels might be in the air like this, and that is perfectly fine. As you inhale, take the breath to the tail, lifting and rising, expanding through the sacrum, through the base of the spine. Allow the breath to enter the belly, the chest, into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Maybe you're able to draw the chest a little closer toward the thighs. Inhale, gazes to the top of the mat. Step forward, bring the hands to the shins, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. And inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Beautiful. Lowering the hands, inhale now, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Draw the thumbs back. Spread the fingers wide to remind yourself that you're here in this posture with purpose and intention. Shoulder blades melt down the back. Knit the ribs. Gently draw the tail toward the earth. Good. Exhale now, hinging at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Chest comes to thighs if you're able. You might be up here, and that is okay as well. Bend in the knees if you need to find some more space through the hamstrings. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. So we're reaching through the tail, reaching also through the crown, and we're gently drawing the navel toward the spine. So there's a slight activation of the muscles here. As we exhale, frame the front foot, step the right foot back, come into a lunge, lower the back knee, lift the torso, and bring the hands to the knees. We can remain here as we lift up through the spine, engage the core. As we exhale, navel draws toward the spine, giving you a little bit of strength. You feel a nice opening through the right hip flexors, the right psoas, so just that space in the front of the groin on the right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. One more breath. Exhale now, frame the front foot. Light on the right fingertips. Lift the, light on the right fingertips. Send the left arm back, rise it above, stack the shoulders. I'm coming into a little twist. As we inhale, we lengthen through the spine, so we're lifting up out of the low back. Our left thigh is engaged, so our left glute muscles are engaged. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Gently rotate to the left from the navel as we open up through the left shoulder. Be careful not to collapse into the fingertips on the right hand. And we're activating the muscles in the body, so we're drawing the navel away from that thigh, so we're not resting anything here. Beautiful. Exhale, frame the front foot, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower the back knee, come into your lunge. Inhale, lift the torso, bring the hands to the knee. Breathing in, leaning into the left psoas, the left hip flexors, lift up through the spine. Exhale, navel draws to spine, giving you that little bit of strength. Beautiful. One more full inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, frame the front foot, light on the left fingertips, send the right arm back, sweep it up, stack the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, lifting up out of the low back. Exhale, gently rotate the torso to the right from the navel, opening up through the right shoulder. Breathing in, we lengthen. Breathing out, we soften. Maybe we twist a little deeper. Exhale now, frame the front foot. Step forward, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, frame the front feet, step back into downward facing dog. Nice. And breathe. Allow the breath to fill the tail, opening up through the back body, creating space through the collarbones. Exhale, draw the knees to meet the mat. Untuck the toes, wave the body forward, and bring the shoulders over the elbows. So come into Sphinx pose. So press down into the palms. Gently draw the forearms back toward the body as we lift up through the chest, through the collarbones. Gaze is up, jawline is drawn slightly back. Pressing the pubic bone into the earth as we lift up and out of the lower spine. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Fill the belly, fill the chest, like water filling a glass. Exhale, navel draws to spine, giving you a little more strength. There's a gentle activation of the glutes. Beautiful. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press into the palms. Send the tail back to the heels. Come to child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Allow the body to soften. Inhale, rise. Shift the weight to the left side of the hips. We'll come into Ardha Matsyendrasana. So bring the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. We've got some nice thunder happening. Bring the right foot to the outside of the bring the right foot to the outside of the left glute. Bring the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Ground down through the sit bones. Inhale, lift up through the crown. Exhale, rotate the torso to the left, hugging the left leg with the right arm, and just bring the left fingertips to the mat behind. So we don't want to be slouching into that left hand. We're up on the fingertips. The spine is activated, lifting up through the crown. Strength in the core. Breathing in, creating space. Breathing out. Notice as the body softens and you're able to move a little deeper into the twist. Maybe you close down the eyes and really find that connection of the body with the breath and the mind. Inhale, unravel from the twist. You can lean into the hands at the back as we just switch the legs over. So the left foot comes to the right glute. The right foot is on the outside of the left thigh. Ground down through the sit bones. Lift up through the crown. Hug the right leg and bring the right hand to rest behind. Breathing in, we lift up through the crown. Breathing out, we soften into the twist. Noticing as the breath on the exhale allows the body to soften. The longer we're in the posture, the deeper we're able to move into the body. Gently unwind from the twist. Send the feet out to the ends of the mat. You can prop the bottom up here on a block or maybe a blanket. Micro bend in the knees if you need to create some space. Toes are still pointing to the ceiling, as are the knees. Lift up through the crown. Exhale. We're going to hinge at the hips, fold forward, but only until you find that your back starts to curve. So when you get to about here, if your back starts to round, you've gone a little too far. So just come back out. Lengthen through the spine. We want to maintain the integrity of the spine. As we exhale, hinge a little deeper. But we're just going to our edge. Now I'm in a slightly more open body today. I've done a few forward folds, so I'll go a little deeper. Our forward folds gives the nervous system an opportunity to release and relax. They're calming our forward folds. They let our body know that it's time to rest and digest. Inhale, lift the torso. Scooch forward just a little bit with the buttocks. Bring the back to the mat. Send the feet to the ends of the mat, about hips width apart, or maybe to the edges of the mat. Allow the feet to fall to the sides. Rest the arms beside the body and slightly away, allowing room for the pits to breathe. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. Release any tension in the jaw. Let go of any furrow in the brow. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. As we come into this space, this stillness in Shavasana, allow the mind to release any chatter. Allow the body to surrender into the earth. And give yourself permission to let go. Bring your awareness back to your breath. I encourage you to pause the video if you have a little more time for Shavasana. But for those of you that need to come out of the practice, find some movement in the fingers and the toes. Allow the head and neck to rock from side to side. And when you're ready, roll to your most comfortable side and observe. I'm hoping you can hear the thunder in this audio. It's beautiful. I'm just conscious of being rained on. Rise to a comfortable seat. Eyes can remain closed. As we bring our practice to a close, perhaps you can take that connection of the breath with the mind, body, from the mat into your everyday lives to allow you to become a little more present in the things that you do, the interactions that you have with others, and to help you find a little peace throughout your busy day. Take an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Draw in the energy of your practice. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this flow today. I hope that you found some nice peaceful movement, a beautiful connection with the breath, and maybe a little bit of quietness, a little bit of stillness throughout the mind. If you're new here, please hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my practices. And until next time, keep making magic in this world from your place at your own pace. Namaste.